What's going on, everybody? I'm going to show you guys how to do two braids on your hair, aka the Dutch braid. So I love going in with a detangling spray since my hair gets super tangly. So I spray it all at the bottom of my hair. This is definitely optional. You guys don't have to do this. I just need it in order to get that brush through my hair. Then I use a rat tail comb for that separation of the parting. And then I go in with my Shine In Jam. Any type of product similar to this, like a gel, would do perfectly to really get those partings really nice. Then I go in with my rat tail again and I spread that product through my hair. This way it's gonna make any flyaways or any hairs that stick out just get really nice and sleeked back. And it just creates such a pretty clean look, okay? Then I go ahead and get all the hair that I'm not going to be using, and I use my hair tie to get that out of the way. Then I go in with my Shine In Jam again, or like a pomade gel, whatever works for you, and I put it all throughout my hairline. And then I use my brush to spread out that product. Then I go in back with my rat tail comb, spreading that product. And notice how I'm brushing it to like an upwards motion. That's going to be a key to really getting those braids nice and really into the braid. Now you can see I'm kind of getting a triangle section at the very top and then splitting the hair into 3 sections. Now you guys have to pay attention to what I'm doing right here. This is the key, the finger placement, okay? So we have 3 strands, 2 of the outer strands and 1 middle strand. We're gonna focus on one of the outer strands. We're gonna make sure that strand is gonna be going between our middle finger and ring finger. Then we have our middle strand over here. It's going to be going back and forth with my crab fingers, aka I use my index finger and thumb, and it's just going to be going back and forth. Then our other outer strand, which will also be going into our middle and ring finger again. So remember, those strands are going to be in those finger placements, and that's going to be the foundation basically of how we're going to braid. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have the strands on the right finger placement, and then each time we are gonna be braiding underneath, okay? We are not adding any hair yet. We're not adding any new hair to the braid. We are just braiding 2-3 times just to get that braid nice and prominent, okay? It's very important you don't add hair just yet. We're gonna be braiding underneath each time, grabbing it, putting in the strand in the right finger placement, going under, and then letting go. Okay, so each time we're just going underneath, putting that outer strand into the right finger placement, the middle strand and ring finger, go underneath, and we're gonna pinch, okay? We just pinched that. Now we can add in our new strand, or I guess new section of hair that's from the scalp. So we add that into our pinching fingers, aka crab fingers. Then with that strand that's left over, we are grabbing it, putting it into the right finger placement, middle finger and ring finger. Underneath, I basically pinched it. Then grabbing new hair in, adding that into those pinching fingers, and then we are going to be repeating each time. So grab that outer strand, put it into my middle finger and ring finger, going underneath, and then we are going to be pinching, okay? And we are just going to be continuing that method. And I am using a rat tail comb to get a new hair section. You don't have to do that. You can just use your fingers. So that could totally work for you. And we're just repeating the same process, adding new hair. You see that I'm using my finger, not the comb this time. So you could do that. And then with that strand that's out, it's our outer strand. We are putting that in our middle finger and then our ring finger. Make sure that strand is in the right finger placement. Then we are gonna lift up that middle strand that I have and then go underneath and then pinch, okay? We are going to repeat one more time so we get this right, guys. getting my rat tail comb. Like I said, you don't have to use it. I like to use it. It might be complicated for the beginners to do that, so it's definitely optional. That strand that is out, we are going to grab that strand. Well, this one I'm just kind of making it nicer, but grab that outer strand. We're going to put in the right finger placement, get that middle strand, lift it up, and we pinched it. And then we're just adding new hair in. And we're just going to be repeating the same process again and again. And you guys are starting to get, there's like a rhythm that's happening. You just go ahead, put that outer strand into our middle and ring finger, go underneath, pinch, and then let go. Okay? Get new hair, put in the right finger placement, lift up that middle strand, pinch, and let go. It's just super repetitive. You can see with my face right over here, I'm not tired of braiding. It was more so because you're doing it on yourself and you're trying to get the, like you're braiding towards the back of your head, your arms are gonna start hurting. So this is probably gonna be the hardest part of actually braiding, is just having your arms up in the air like this. It's just gonna feel a little bit uncomfortable until you're done with the braid. So that is probably the hardest part. But I do want to make sure that you guys understand the method in braiding, so that you guys too can have like really clean braids. So when you have this, you get it down, I promise you, your braids are going to come out really nice each time. I will say, if you can make sure to have that braid, have those hands as close as you can to the scalp as possible. I love using product too to make sure those strands are nice and clean, no flyaways. So you will see me using that Shine In Jam on my strands to get cleaner parting, and just repeating the same thing again. Another tip too, when you are braiding, you want to make sure as you braid, you're gonna have like a form going, okay? I am braiding towards my obviously towards the back of my head, and I'm kind of braiding it towards my ear. I really like how that looks. You guys are more than welcome to, I know some people really like the braid more higher up, not as close to the ear. Some people really like it low. It kind of is, it depends on you, but I am just guiding. I'm using my hands to be the guide to where that braid is, the direction of my braid is going to be going. So with enough practice and enough arm strength of like having it up, I promise you, you too will have good clean braids. Like I said, put some product in, and then once you get to the back, the nape of your head, you are gonna make sure that those hands are as close as you can to the scalp as possible, okay? My hands are not moving, I'm not wiggling them, I'm trying to make sure, I'm trying to feel it out, because at this point I can't really see what I'm doing. So I am trying to feel and make sure that I get all those hairs together and as close as I can to the scalp as possible. Make sure to put some product in to get all those flyaways, you know, do what you can to really get those crisp braids, okay? And then you can see I'm feeling it out. I really can't see what I'm doing, but I am trying to get all those little hairs and just braiding as close as I can to the forming braid, okay? And just put product and just braid downwards. I promise you, if you keep doing this, get that method going, it's gonna be super easy, like second nature to you guys. And then once I'm done, I feel like the braid is like where I want it to be. I get my little black elastic, and then I'm gonna tie it as much as I can until I'm happy with how the braid came out, and voila! I use my rat tail comb to get those like little flyaways. I used a little bit more product and getting that rat tail comb, like the tip of it, and just making sure all that hair is tucked away. And now let's start with the other side. So same process, you're gonna make sure that you get that product all throughout the hair for that sleek look. Again, I'm using my rat tail comb to distribute the product through the hair and brushing it in an upwards motion so the braids come out really cute and clean. Make sure to get that triangle section right on the top. And this is what not to do, guys. You see how I'm braiding not close to the scalp? This is a no-go. We want to make sure our braid is close to the scalp. Otherwise, the braid is not going to come out cute. It's going to come out saggy and not clean. So you want to make sure when you're braiding and doing the method, it is super close to the scalp, getting as close as you can to that forming braid, okay? And then we do the process of adding new hair, making sure you get the outer strand into the middle and ring finger. And then once you grab that in the right finger placement, you're gonna lift that middle strand up and then pinch underneath that strand, okay? When you pinch, just like so, you have that outer strand, and you're gonna just repeat the same process again and again, of course with adding hair. And yeah, guys, just go ahead and just repeat the same thing again. As long as you get the right finger placement, like I showed you guys from the other side, you will get this braid nice and clean. Making sure your arms are high up, always braiding as close as you can to the scalp, especially like the nape area, getting some product to make it more clean. And for those of you girlies with short hair like me, now you know you have to get all those like little strands on the bottom so that nothing comes out. And then there you have it. This is the finished look. These are the 2 braids that I did. Came out super cute, and you just need a little bit of time, a little bit of love, and really getting down that finger placement and the rhythm, and you too can have 2 braids like me. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Please comment down below your thoughts, and I would love to see you guys in my next video. So subscribe. Bye guys.